stop right there. Do not put up your Christmas tree yet. And if you have already put it up, pause this video, go look at it, and then come back, because you might need to move it immediately after you hear what I have to say. Did you know that the most innocent, beautiful, and beloved decoration in your house right now could be the #1 reason you lose money, face health issues, or get into arguments in 2026? I know this sounds dramatic, but I need you to listen closely. Every single year, without fail, I see thousands of families make the same innocent mistake. They go out, they buy the biggest, bushiest tree they can find. They drag this massive energy tower into their living room. They plug it into the wall, and they unknowingly activate what we Feng Shui masters call a financial block or a conflict star. They celebrate the holidays, but then they wonder why their January is filled with unexpected debts. They wonder why the family argues so much during Christmas dinner. They think it's just holiday stress or the cold weather. It is not. It is energy chaos. You have introduced a massive disruptor into your home's ecosystem, and you haven't given it the proper instructions. In this video, I am going to reveal the 3 forbidden spots for your Christmas tree that you must avoid at all costs. These are the danger zones that turn your holiday joy into bad luck. And I am not just going to give you dry theory. I am going to share real-life horror stories from my own private clients, like Sarah, whose family health collapsed because of a tree in the center, and Michael, who almost lost his business because he blocked his front door. I will show you exactly what happened to them, so you can make sure it doesn't happen to you. And if you stick with me until the very end, I am going to teach you a secret ancient coin ritual to turn your tree from a danger tower into a massive wealth magnet for the coming year. So, let's fix your home's energy right now. First, we must deeply understand what this object actually is energetically. To the universe, a Christmas tree is a beacon of intense energy. Let's break it down using the 5 elements theory. A tree represents the wood element. Wood is the fuel for fire. Then, you wrap it in electrical wires and blinking lights. Electricity is pure fire energy. And the shape? It is a triangle. In Feng Shui, the triangle is the shape of the fire element. So, when you combine a wood base with electric lights and a triangular shape, you are essentially building a giant symbolic bonfire right in the middle of your living room. This creates an object of extreme yang energy. It is active, loud, and hot. If you place this raging bonfire in a sector of your home that requires peace, quiet, or water energy, you are going to burn away the luck of that sector. It creates an elemental clash, like lighting a campfire inside a library. It creates chaos. So, now that you understand the science behind it, that your tree is a massive fire generator, we need to talk about placement. I am going to walk you through the 3 most dangerous spots in your home. I want you to mentally walk through your own living room right now. Or better yet, pause this video and go stand in front of your tree. Ask yourself, is my tree in one of these 3 zones? If it is, do not panic. Knowledge is power. Once you know, you can fix it. But if you ignore this, you are leaving your 2026 luck to chance. Are you ready? Let's start with the first mistake, which is arguably the most common cause of family health issues I see every December. The first place you must never place your tree is in the center of your house. In Feng Shui, the center is the Tai Chi, the heart of the home. It corresponds to the physical heart of the family and the overall stability of your household. The center belongs to the earth element, which needs to be stable and quiet. When you put a blinking, flashing fire tree in the center, you are creating fire-scorching earth. You are overstimulating the heart of your home. This creates a pervasive energy of anxiety and restlessness. Let me tell you a real story that happened just last Christmas. I had a long-term client, let's call her Sarah. Sarah is a wonderful woman who usually has great feng shui. But last year, she called me in a panic on December 20th. She said, "Master, I don't know what's happening. My husband and I haven't stopped fighting for 3 weeks. My youngest daughter has a mysterious fever that won't go away, and I feel like my chest is constantly tight." I immediately asked to do a video call. As soon as the camera turned on, I saw it. Right there, dead center of her beautiful open-plan living room, was a magnificent, 10-foot tall Christmas tree. It was covered in bright red ribbons and flashing multicolored lights that were blinking aggressively. It was beautiful, yes, but energetically, it was a disaster. I told her, "Sarah, look at your floor plan. That tree is sitting exactly on the Tai Chi. You have created a firestorm in the center of your family's health zone. The flashing lights are creating an irregular heartbeat for the house. No wonder everyone is sick and irritable." She was skeptical but desperate. I told her, Move it 6 feet to the left into the east sector." She did it right then and there. She also switched the lights from flashing to steady. 2 days later, she texted me. The fever had broken. The arguments had stopped. The house felt calm again. This is not a coincidence. This is energy mechanics. If you are experiencing sudden family chaos, look at the center of your home. Is there a fire burning there? Now, let's move to the second danger zone. This one is directly related to your wallet. It is placing the tree directly facing, or physically blocking, the front door. Your front door is the mouth of Qi. It is where fresh energy, new money, and opportunities enter your life. If you block your entry with a massive tree, you are aggressively pushing away the wealth that is trying to come to you in 2026. Regarding this, I want to share a cautionary tale about a business owner I consulted for, Michael. Michael runs a successful online retail business. December is usually his biggest month, but 2 years ago, December came and his sales were strangely flat. Even worse, packages were getting lost, and his biggest supplier delayed a shipment. He was bleeding money. He invited me over for an emergency audit. When I walked up to his front porch, I couldn't even get to the doorbell. Why? Because he had placed 2 massive potted pine trees on either side of his front door to make it look festive. They were huge. I literally had to squeeze my body sideways to get through his front door. I turned to him and said, "Michael, if I can barely get into your house, how do you expect the money to get in?" I explained that by blocking the physical pathway, he was strangling the Qi. He had created a bottleneck. The energy of abundance was arriving at his doorstep, seeing the blockade and stagnating. We immediately moved the trees down to the driveway, creating a wide, open, welcoming funnel towards the door. We also added bright lights to illuminate the path. Believe it or not, within 48 hours, his supplier called to say the shipment was found. And the last week of December saw a record-breaking surge in sales. He literally unblocked his cash flow by unblocking his door. So, go look at your entry. Is it a squeeze, or is it a wide-open welcome mat for wealth? Now, onto the third critical mistake, which devastates careers. This is placing the tree in the north sector. The north sector governs your career and life path. Its element is water. Think of the deep ocean. Water is fluid and cool, but a Christmas tree is fire. Massive, hot fire. When you place a fire tree in the north, you create a direct element clash. Fire boils water. This creates steam, pressure, and chaos. I had a client, David, who was up for a major promotion in January. He put his massive red decorated Christmas tree in the north corner of his living room in December. By January 15th, not only did he miss the promotion, but he was actually laid off. When we looked at his floor plan, the cause was obvious. The fire energy had completely evaporated his water energy. He had inadvertently destroyed his own career support system during the holidays. So, check your compass. If your tree is in the north, be very careful. You are playing with fire. If you leave it there without a cure, you are setting yourself up for a rocky start to 2026. Now, I can hear many of you screaming at the screen right now. You might be saying, "Master, I live in a studio apartment," or "My living room is tiny and the north corner is the only place the tree fits. Am I doomed to lose my job?" The answer is absolutely not. Feng Shui is not about rigid restriction. It is about harmony and energetic alchemy. If we cannot change the location, we must change the element. We can cure the energy using what I call the 5 elements bridge. Let's go back to the north sector example. We have water fighting with the fire of the tree. To stop this fight, we need a mediator. In the cycle of elements, metal is the mother of water. Metal absorbs heat and produces liquid, just like condensation on a cold soda can. So, if your tree is stuck in the north, you must transform its identity. You need to turn it from a fire tree into a metal tree. Let me give you an example. I have a client named James who lives in a small apartment in New York City. The only spot for his tree was the north corner. 2 years ago, he put up a red-themed tree. Within weeks, his freelance contracts dried up. Last year, he called me before Christmas. I told him, James, do not use a single red ornament. No red, no purple, no pink. Instead, we curated a specific color palette. We used silver, gold, white, and deep blue. He bought a flocked tree, you know, the ones that look like they are covered in white snow. White is the color of metal. Snow represents water. He decorated it with silver bells to represent the metal sound, and blue ribbons to represent water flow. Energetically, that tree was no longer a bonfire. It became a cool metal tower. It actually supported the water energy of his career sector instead of destroying it. The result? James had his busiest January on record. He didn't move the tree an inch. He just changed its clothes. So here is your rule. If your tree is in the north, which governs career, use blue, silver, white, and gold ornaments. If it is in the east or southeast, which governs family and wealth, you are safe. Wood loves water and earth, so you can use green and blue. If it is in the center, which governs health, use yellow, gold, and heavy ceramic ornaments to ground the energy. Change the energy, change the outcome. There is one more crucial adjustment you must make, regardless of where your tree is located. And this is about the lights. Most people love the twinkle setting. They let the lights flash on and off like a disco. Energetically, this creates unstable chi. The light is there, then it's gone. It's hot, then it's cold. This fluctuation mimics an anxious mind. It mimics an unstable bank account. Money comes in, money goes out. If you want stability in 2026, if you want a steady paycheck, steady health, and a calm mind, please reach down to that little controller box and set your lights to steady on. Steady light represents young stability. It is warm, constant, and reassuring. Just changing this one setting can reduce the argument energy in your home by 50%. Try it tonight. Feel the difference in the room. It goes from chaotic party to sacred sanctuary instantly. All right, take a deep breath. We have arrived at the most important part of this video. If you have watched until now, it means the universe is trying to send you a message. You are ready for a financial breakthrough in 2026. What I am about to share with you is a secret ritual that has been passed down privately among Feng Shui masters. It is usually reserved for their high-paying private clients. But today, I am sharing it with you because I believe that prosperity should be available to everyone who has a good heart. We are going to use the high energy of the tree to amplify your wealth intention. I need you to focus. Put away your phone distractions. Here is exactly how to build your wealth seed. The first step is the vessel. You need a red envelope. In Asian culture, we call this Ang Pao. Red is the color of maximum yang energy. It protects your intention and energizes it. If you don't have a traditional envelope, a clean sheet of red paper folded up works just as well. But it must be red. The second step is the currency. You need coins. Specifically, you need 8 coins. Why 8? We are currently transitioning into period 9, but the number 8 remains the symbol of infinity and the abundance that comes from accumulation. Go find 8 coins. It doesn't matter the value. But it matters that they are clean. Wash them with a little salt water first. Clear away the old energy of thousands of other people touching them. We want fresh, clean money energy. The third step is the intention. This is the secret sauce. Take a small piece of yellow paper. Yellow represents earth, the foundation of wealth. On this paper, you're gonna write your money mantra for 2026. Do not be vague. Do not write, I want money. The universe doesn't know what to do with that. Be specific. Write something like, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $10,000 a month. Or, I am completely debt-free. Write it in the present tense, as if it has already happened. Fold this paper 3 times towards you, inviting the wealth in, and seal it inside the envelope with the 8 coins. The final step is the activation. This is where the magic happens. On Christmas Eve, wait until the sun goes down. Before you switch on the tree lights for the evening, approach your tree with respect. Find a spot under the tree skirt where the envelope will be completely hidden. You don't want guests or children to touch it. Ideally, place this envelope on the southeast side of the tree base. Use your phone compass to find southeast, as that is the universal wealth corner. As you place it, visualize your bank account growing. Feel the emotion of having that money. Then whisper this activation command. As this tree lights up, so does my wealth. As this tree grows, so does my abundance. Then click the switch, turn on the lights. Boom! You have just activated the machine. For the rest of the season, every time those lights glow, imagine they are broadcasting your financial goal to the universe. Pulsing energy into that red envelope. Leave it there until you take the tree down in January. At that point, put the coins in your wallet and carry them as your lucky charms for the whole year. This ritual is simple, but it is powerful because it combines your intention, action, and energy. Do not let bad Feng Shui ruin your holidays. Claim your abundance. If you are ready to receive, type 2026 wealth in the comments below to claim this energy. Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.